This is my project that I had to do in 6th grade where we had to create a civilization. Mine was called the Great Lakes Civilization. This is the table of contents. We had to create 15 pages with these required topics. This is the introduction. We had to write simple facts about our civilization, like where they live and what can be found on their land. This is the map of their land. We had to draw a map and label the areas of their island. This is the flag that I drew for their civilization. They are very peaceful, so I drew peace signs, and that flower is their native flower. We had to create 4 animals that can be found on their land, and we had to draw and explain what they do and how they help the land. We also had to write about where they live. On this page, we had to draw a house and we had to label what it's made out of. This is what they lived in. This is the clothing. We had to draw out what the clothing looked like and we had to label what it's made out of. We had to create 4 tools that they use in the civilization. We had to draw and color them and label what they are used for. This is the laws in government. We had to write about what government our civilization is and what laws there are. On this page, we had to draw a social structure where we had to put the best or most important person on the top and then the least important person on the bottom. This is the religion and rituals. We had to write about what religion they had, and if they had any rituals, we had to write what they were. We had to create 1 game, 1 toy, and 1 sport that they used in the civilization, and we had to explain what they were, and we had to draw them. We had to draw what money they use and how the currency is used. We also had to describe the economy and what they do. This is the language that they used, and we had to describe what language it is, and we had to draw out their alphabet. I got full points on my project. This is my 7th grade project that I had to do in English about Anne Frank. Here's the table of contents where we had to write about these 10 topics. I got full credit on my project. This is an essay we had to write about the summary of Anne Frank's life. And this is the conclusion of the essay. This is an essay that we had to write where we chose a character and we had to write in first-person point of view. On this page, we had to make dictionary cards. We had to put the definition and we had to draw them out onto the flashcard. I made 10 cards and these are what they look like. Here, we had to choose a song that we thought would best fit for Anne Frank's theme song, and we had to write why we chose it. On this page, we had to make a book cover for the Diary of Anne Frank, and we had to color it. This is an open mind worksheet that we had to make where we had to draw 10 images, and we had to explain how they correspond with Anne Frank and why we chose them. Here we had to draw blueprints of the secret annex, which is where they lived. On this page we had to write a poem, and I chose to write a poem using Anne Frank's point of view. Lastly, we had to write another essay pretending to be any character and writing a letter to Franklin D. Roosevelt because he was president at the time and we had to ask him for help. If you want to take a look, this is a 3-paragraph essay that I had to write in English this year. we had to include 2 similes, 2 metaphors, 1 hyperbole, 1 personification, and 1 alliteration.